Alright everybody, here it is, my 2002 Honda Odyssey. I know I never really say that enough. So here's my walkthrough. There's what it looks like from the side. There's my fixed window. I took the tape off of, I had to fix it because it broke. You will see that in another video of my whole, how I took the door apart and fixed the window so it won't come down again. There you go. Here's a view from the side. There's the back. That wood is my toilet that slides out through the front. My blackout curtains. Here. Toolbox with all my building home tools. The auto tools are behind this bin right here, which fits perfectly in there. So here it is from the door open. Here I am coming from the side. So here's what it looks like. Coming from the side. There's my trash bag. I just keep that there. All my storage. There's my blackout curtain that comes across. Tools, little knickknacks, sewing kit. Always got to have a sewing kit. This is all the work on it tools. Electronics, a t-shirt back there. This is my hygiene stuff. And there's my homemade knife I made. It's a really nice knife. It works great. I can use it to chop with. Very sharp and super strong. Made that a couple years ago. Just as a fun little project, you know. And this is my swimsuit. So that goes with that. And then socks. Basically just socks and underwear. Alright. My little sweeper right there. So I can sweep out the floor. Those little straw ones work great. Nothing beats that old technology. Alright. Countertop. I cleaned this up a little bit, but it pretty much looks like this. Tools, you've already seen this. This is new. The bin's down here. So this was the bin I already had. Bin I already had was right here. And then I took one of those election signs that had been blown away in the wind that looked pretty nice. And I made this little section over here that comes across the front of this so I can put my spices in there. And it's a nice little extra storage space. And back in here, it's actually pretty empty in here. But I put another 3 days of food, canned food, right back in that back section of the bin, or of the shelf. So that works really good, as well as the food I keep up here. Clothes closet. There's pretty much everything. All my clothes except for a pair of pants I have under the bed. Kitchen counter, a frying pan, and a 2-quart water thingy, water pot. Yep, there's the bed. This is felt that I'm going to use to wrap around. This is felt from Walmart that I'm going to use to wrap around the edges of this here, hot glue them on, because these are kid hangers, so they're much too short, and these end up slipping off. And so what I'm going to do is hot glue those around it. And we did this with Will already. We did his 10 hangers, his 10 kid hangers, and the clothes just stick to this felt like crazy, so it works perfectly. What else? Back in here is kind of my junk area. Here's my blackout curtain for the back window. Right there's my blackout curtain for the back window, my fan. This is my shaving kit and trimming head kit. My walk around backpack. There's my laptop backpack right there. My stocking hat up front, which I probably won't ever need again. And that's about it. And then when I sit back, I had that idea. Hi everybody. I had that idea that, oh yeah, I'm gonna lift up, in the build video, I'm gonna lift up the hinged back and then pull the seat back and then rest the hinge on top of it. But if you look at what I do here, I just sit back and put my head right up against it, and it is super comfy. Like, this is a super comfy couch. And so this is where I do most of my shooting of videos, because I'm pretty much sitting all the time. There's no standing up in here. And so this is really comfy, from this sitting up position all the way down to nearly laying down. And when I watch my movies on my phone, or watch Netflix on my phone, whatever, I get a very comfortable position to sit in. The one thing I did have an issue with that I finally fixed yesterday was the foam mat, for whatever reason, kept sliding off the edge, and when I got up in the morning, it would be like all the way out here, and then I would be like squinched into a tiny little section of the bed that I was actually left. And every morning I'd slide it back, but for whatever reason, when I roll around in bed, it must move. So I figured I got the extra blackout curtain that I use. I got more than I needed. I took a big wide strip, like 12 inches wide, and I ran it across and screwed it underneath the wood of the bed to lock it down, and then I used hot glue on that on that fabric that I screwed down to the wood to hold the mattress in place. And last night it worked great, no movement whatsoever, so it stayed in place. So I think that's going to work great. So I think that was the last thing that I had to figure out, and now that it's figured out, I'm making my full reveal video. So this is pretty much everything, and you can see from where I sit, this is my normal position when I'm in here. You know, this is what I see. I got windows at the side. There's Will's van right there. We were hanging out making Walmart videos last night. If you haven't seen that video, it's pretty good. What things to do and not do at Walmart. I'll put a link to it. This is my view from the outside here. I look out. So I have windows all around me. And this is it. This is all you need. I should say this is all I need to have a happy home, especially when I'm out in the world so much. You know, I don't sit in here all day. This is a place where I sleep and maybe eat and maybe go to the bathroom every once in a while, and the rest of the time I'm out enjoying the world. And so this is just my stopping point. And when you have such a small space that's your home, you spend a lot more time out of it. You just do. And that's a good thing. Being in the world I really enjoy being out there. So, alright everybody, there it is, the final reveal. Now you know. Water jug, I'm going through about a gallon of water every 2 or 3 days. And I just have a half-gallon water container that I just, when I'm near, that I keep with me. When I'm near a drinking fountain, I just go fill it up. And then I dump it into my one jug there with the fish on it and fill it up. As you can see, I'm almost empty, but I'll need to fill that up again, and it works fine. It's good enough for me. I just keep topping it off, and every day I put a little bit in there. And it's not a life of ease, and it's an interesting, fun life, which is what I'm looking for. Alright, everyone have a great day. Bye.